Do you want to start airbrushing, but you've been told that it's too expensive? You want to paint board game pieces, paintings, fishing baits, or God knows what, but don't know where to start? Did you watch countless videos but feel more discouraged than ever? Then this video is for you. Hi y'all, I'm Hanlors. I'm a bait maker and airbrushing is an integral part of my job. In the following video I will break down what you will need, where to buy it, how to manage your expectations, and most importantly, how to do all of this on a budget. For this, I'm not in my shop. I'm actually in my garage where I started out a long time ago. This is my fun little happy place which perfectly illustrates that you can also do this on a very strict budget. I will try to be as short and to the point as possible because we all hate those YouTube videos where it takes 20 minutes to get to the answer to a fairly basic question. So, let's get started. What do you need to get started? A compressor for some air, an airbrush gun, and some paint. Let's start with the first one, the compressor. Just go to Amazon, search for airbrush compressors, click on the first result, put it in the basket, proceed to checkout, and pay. I've been told to include the viewers in these videos, so today's question is, what are your bank details? Put it in the comments down below. Now, I know I started the video saying that this is a budget shop build, and your inquisitive eyes saw the second result, which is less than half the price. Why don't I just buy that? For the same reason why you don't bike to work. You could, but you don't. We are already scraping the bottom of the barrel, so, have some self-respect. So, let's go for the 98 Toyota Corolla of the airbrush compressor world. It might not have an AC, the windows don't roll down, but it will get you to work the same amount of time as a Mustang. Allegory over. Next item, airbrush gun. You might have noticed that I didn't go for the cheaper option that only contains the compressor. Are these included guns any good? Yeah, if you have been watching airbrushing videos, you met those guys who preach about Ivatas, but I would sooner masturbate with a cheese grater than spend $200 on an airbrush gun, to be honest. I've been painting baits for quite a while, and if you know how I could up my game by buying that, then let me know. I'm waiting. Yeah, I didn't think so. This combo comes with 3 airbrush guns that will be enough for quite a while. The limiting factor will be your skill set and not the equipment for a long time. Finally, paint. That's the most interesting topic of all. As you can see, I'm surrounded by a ton of paints, but you might have noticed that these look suspiciously like the cheap acrylics from Walmart, and not the expensive shit that you see in most of these videos like this. If you did, then you are not mistaken. This is indeed the cheap crap that you can buy for $1.25. It's water-based acrylic paint, simple as a doorknob. So even though you saw this wall and thought that here's another asshole who spent thousands on equipment preaching about budget stuff, you need to use your eyeballs and realize that this wall costs around, let's say $60. But aren't those acrylic paints viscous as hell? Yeah, that's right. This looks like the bottom of an outhouse on a warm summer evening rather than something that you can actually spray. But lucky for you, I found a solution a long time ago. I didn't come up with this. There's a fantastic guy. I will leave his video in the description if you need more details. So let's cut to the chase. All you need is a 91% isopropyl alcohol from Walmart, and some distilled water again from Walmart, and pure glycerin. Now alcohol is there to speed up the evaporation, and glycerin is there to lubricate your airbrush. That's it. Now this is the most expensive of all of these. This costs, I don't know, around $10 from CVS, but I used this much in the past 2 years, so yeah, that's money well spent. Now grab a bottle like this. The mixing ratio is real easy. You just need 30% alcohol. I'm just eyeballing it. 70% distilled water. And 10 to 15 drops of this glycerin. You just go ahead and mix this up. Grab a little cup. Grab your paint. I told you, outhouse. And then just dilute it. Then just stir it up and get something like milk consistency. Now, what is a milk consistency? Who the hell knows? You know, you just make it soupy. You just grab your airbrush, dump it in, and start spraying. Here you go. You just airbrushed for the first time. So a couple things about the paints. As you can see, the majority of these are from Apple Barrel. This is the best paint for this purpose. Others, for some reason, just don't mix well. So just stick with this. There is only one exception to this rule, which is the folk art metallic colors that you see up there, and also the color shifting line. These are my bread and butter. I use them on almost every single bait I paint. You will need a bit more pressure and a thicker needle, as that shiny shit can clog up your airbrush really easily and it turns into a horror show in a matter of seconds. The only specialized airbrush paint that you actually need to buy is this white. I don't know why, don't ask me, this is some serious dark art, but white paints have these special pigments that just don't make. I tried everything, it was exhausting and they don't. On the other hand, you can buy this for, let's see, 15 bucks. Yeah, big can, 15 bucks, it's worth it. Now that we are finished with these, I know that the comment section are gonna be filled with people bitching about Actually, designated airbrush paints contain special bonding agents that are way better for binding top coat. Yeah, shut the fuck up. These bonding agents actually work, but that doesn't justify spending $8 on a small tub of paint, right? No. So luckily we have a solution. This is Minwax polyacrylic. It's water-based, which is just amazing for two reasons. You can dilute it to spray directly from an airbrush. The ratio is around 10:1, but just, make it soupy again. And the second reason is that when you spray it on top, this water-based mid-coat will dissolve the top layer of the acrylic paint and will create a really firm compound. All in all, everything that you can see here, including the workbench, cost me less than 300 bucks. If we are talking about the main component, that comes out to around 150 bucks. That's not bad, right? You can literally start airbrushing tomorrow for that price, which is much better than many people would make you believe. So after all of this, you are ready to top coat. I'm not gonna talk about the differences between epoxies, UV epoxies, sprays, and other options. You can find these in other videos, but here's a tiny cheat code. I either use UV resin or airbrush KBS. Now, airbrush KBS diamond, you ask? Yeah, I will link the video below where I found this, which you will find very useful, especially if you want to preserve all those fine details that you worked so hard for. So that's all for today. Thank you everyone who stuck with me to the end. In the future I will post more bait making videos, but I wanted to make this video for two reasons. First, this video contains all the info I wish I would have had when I started out airbrushing, and second, this is one of the most common questions I get from other bait makers. So I can't believe that I'm actually saying this, but if you liked it, then please like and consider subscribing. A like costs nothing but helps me and helps you stay in the loop for upcoming videos. Hope to see you all soon.